Welcome to Brunswick Now on ATMC TV. I'm your host, Megan Masser. Brunswick County has so many ways to get involved and give back, and in this month's show, we'll talk about a few of those organizations. First, we'll speak with Dr. Suzanne Adams and Susan Loyne about Brunswick Community College Foundation and a fun way that you can help support them. Then we'll speak with Kay Wolf about Waves for Kids, an organization centered on Brunswick County kids. Finally, we'll talk with Carol Phelps of Brunswick Family Assistance Agency about their organization and a few of their upcoming events. Keep your dial locked right here for the next half hour as we bring you Brunswick Now.
Welcome to Brunswick Now, ATMC TV, Channel 3, bringing you the best of Brunswick.
Let's first welcome Dr. Suzanne Adams and Susan Loyne of Brunswick Community College. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you.
It's great having you here today. And first, let's start with Suzanne. I know you just recently moved to the area and you're the president of Brunswick Community College. What do you look forward to when working with Brunswick Community College?
Well, I almost ask, what do I not look forward to? It's a wonderful community college. It's a wonderful community. I would have to say the students, helping the college provide better access and success for our students would be my number one. The second thing is that we have a wonderful group of professionals. Our faculty and staff are top-notch at the college, so I'm looking forward to working with them. And they really do have the same belief that when our students succeed, we succeed. And of course, being involved with the community. I have very seldom seen a community embrace a community college the way this community embraces BCC, and I believe that is a mutual collaboration, and there's so many evidences of that collaboration. So, community too.
Mm-hmm. And one of your responsibilities is to work closely with the Brunswick Community College Foundation. Could you tell us a little bit about the foundation and its purpose?
Sure. That's probably, again, one of the best jobs in the world is to work with the foundation, because the foundation's mission, of course, is student success, and it's really at the heart of what a community college is, and that is open access to all students. The belief that if a student, that all students have a right to a post-secondary education. So the foundation has that same mission. We have a foundation with a foundation director. We have the foundation also has our officers, our directors. We have the foundation, 20 members of a foundation that work towards really working with the community and the giving aspect to our students. We have a new president of the foundation, that's Jim McCullum, and he is going to do great things for our foundation, I believe, too.
And Susan, now, this is exactly where you fall into.
Sure is.
What are the ways that you raise money in the foundation?
Well, Megan, I know you're very familiar with all our signature events that we do each year, Dancing with the Stars the last 3 years, and of course we are skipping a year so that we can bring it back with a bang, so to speak. But we do have other ways that we raise money, and it is with the help of our community, just like Dr. Adams mentioned. You know, of course, we are always planning new events, but we also have endowed scholarship opportunities. We have naming opportunities. We also have what we call our campus and community fund drive that happens every April. And this is where our community has the opportunity to give to the annual fund. But what's really most important, and I think is very important for our community to know, is that our campus gets very involved. Our faculty and staff annually donate to the foundation for our students. And I think that's remarkable that shows our community not only do you care about our students, but we care about our students as well. We're always looking for new ideas, but we've been very fortunate at Brunswick Community College that we have a community that comes to us looking for opportunities, and we're always open to whatever we can do to help someone feel good about giving.
And speaking of new opportunities, you have a large fundraiser coming up soon. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I think the last time we were here, I think Clarice Holden said, "You never know what we're going to come up with, Megan." I think you probably remember that. And Clarice is a woman of her word, but we did have an opportunity that literally fell into our lap about 4 or 5 weeks ago. We had looked last year about bringing Paula Dean to our area, and it didn't seem, the timing didn't work out, but we got a phone call and said, guess what? Paula's coming out with a brand new book, and she's doing a tour, and if you would like to have her at your college, now's the time. So, of course, we said absolutely. So we went into full gear, and we've started, and Paula Dean will be coming on October the 15th. Yay, absolutely. And we're going to have her for about 2.5 hours. The main purpose of her visit is that she has a new book that she's coming out with that's called Paula Dean's Southern Bible.
And will she mainly do book signings? Is it going to be a cooking demonstration? What all will be involved?
Well, there's 2 segments to it. The first one is a VIP luncheon that begins at 12 noon, and it's exclusive with Paula. She will have her books there, and it'll be a one-on-one with Paula. There will be a luncheon that will be served by 3 area chefs. And we have chosen those chefs from Horry County, Brunswick County, and New Hanover County. And they have accolades behind them, of course. But they will be serving the lunch, and they will be actually fixing Paula Dean recipes.
Oh, yummy. So all with a side of butter, right?
All with a side of butter, always. But it will be a chance for that exclusive view, and it's only 50 tickets available, and I think over half of those are already gone. So if you want your tickets, you would have to call really soon. The ticket price for that event is $500, and that does include the luncheon, the one-on-one with Paula Dean, and the presentation that starts at 1 o'clock.
Okay. And what all's involved with the presentation?
Okay. When we get to the 1 o'clock presentation, that is where our area chefs will be on stage with Paula Dean. And Dr. Adams, she doesn't know that yet.
I'm looking forward to that.
Absolutely. And our chefs will be actually preparing their signature dishes.
Oh, okay.
And Paula will be judging them.
Wow.
So, and she will do a question and answer, and I understand that she is very interactive with the audience, so I'm sure it's just going to be a fun time with Paula.
Oh, I love watching Paula on TV.
Absolutely.
It always makes me want to jump up and start cooking. And
Sure.
I have to, of course, buy the pound of butter before I start. But
Absolutely.
I love all of her recipes. She's amazing, so I'm looking forward to it.
In addition to, I mean, there is premier seating in the auditorium where you'll pay $150, you know, to be up close to the stage,
Right.
and I think that includes 2 books. And then general audience seating is $100.
Okay.
So there's something for everybody. And of course, the big thing is the books. You know, you can reserve your books now by calling, you know, our 800 number and reserve your books because they are not in bookstores right now. And these are all signed books by Paula, which makes a pretty special birthday gift or a Christmas gift.
And now does the book come with the ticket?
It does.
Okay, great.
It does.
Great. And Suzanne, what kinds of opportunities do fundraisers like this one provide?
Well, this particular fundraiser is for scholarships. And so this fundraiser, the money will go directly to our students, which we all know with these economic times is most important. Students can't afford even the tuition at the community college because it costs over $1,000 a semester for a community college education, and that doesn't include fees and books and so forth. So what we're hoping to do with this event is to really help those students who would otherwise not be able to afford to come to college to come to us. So that to me is the heart of the mission.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And now, Suzanne, Brunswick Community College has recently expanded.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about the expansion?
We have the South Brunswick Island Center. It is really close to the South Carolina line off of Highway 17. This has been a center that has been in the planning stage for quite a while. It was really supported by a 2004 bond issue by the citizens of Brunswick County. And what's wonderful about the center is that it will have 4 classrooms, so we will be working with GED We'll be working with basic skills. We'll be working with some curriculum classes as well. But it has an event center that will house up to 300 individuals. So we're hoping to really attract a lot of businesses that want to have their events there, individuals, and so forth. So our South Brunswick citizens are so excited about this center, and it's opening soon.
Great,
It's a
great.
beautiful building.
If they want more information about the event center,
Gay Fullard. Gay Fullard is our point person for South Brunswick Island. So you would call the main number at the college, 910-755-7300, and ask for Gay. And she can give you all the information you need.
Great. And if someone would like to purchase tickets to go see Paula Dean or be in the VIP luncheon, how may they do that?
Sure. They can actually go online to bccowa.com, and they can go online and order their tickets, or they can call the box office at 755-7416, and Danielle will get them fixed up.
All right, great. Well, thank you, ladies, so much for being on the show today. I am looking forward to hearing about Paula Dean and checking out the new recipes.
Well,
Thank
thank
you,
you for
Megan.
having
Thank
us.
you.
Yes.
Let's now welcome Kay Wolf with Waves for Kids. Kay, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Megan. I'm so excited.
And we're very happy to have you here. Tell us a little bit about Waves for Kids.
Waves for Kids is a nonprofit organization that was begun in 2004. And it's not a magic acronym, WAVES, because we're a coastal community. 4 is the number 4 for kids. And KIDS stands for Kids in Disruptive Situations.
Okay.
The youth that we serve are in Child Protective Services or foster care in Brunswick County.
And why did you decide to start this organization?
I actually did not start it. It was started in 2004 by a group of people at the Department of Social Services and the Guardian Ad Litem offices that realized there were unmet needs for these children. I joined WAVES in 2007 when we retired here and became the president in 2008.
Okay, great. And what made you have such a passion for Waves for Kids and to get yourself involved to the point of president?
Well, I have volunteered for children most of my adult life, at least 30 years. And because of my history, my personal history, you know, I can't tell you the story of one of our kids, but I can tell you mine. And that is that I was abused as a child for 3 years, from the time I was 6 to I was 9. Then I had abuse occur again at age 13 and 17. Grew up on the wrong path. Too much alcohol, abusive relationships. So I know where these children are. I've walked in their shoes, and they are my passion.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Oh, no, it's just part of, you know, who we are.
Right, right.
And, but what I do believe is that gives me an inside track on truly understanding and trying to be their voice. That's what I try and do.
And I'm sure it really helps with the child to help relate with them and help get them through this. And what are some statistics about child abuse?
Wow, sobering statistics. 2010 numbers, now we're, you know, not through 2011. In North Carolina, over 125,000 children are abused or neglected a year. 85% of those children are abused or neglected by a biological parent. As you and I sit here, every 5 minutes, a child is abused or neglected. So if we talk for 10 minutes, that's 2 children.
Wow.
Now that's just in our state. The economic downturn has greatly affected the number of children that we serve. It's also a staggering fact that someone who's been abused as a child is 6 times more likely to abuse their own children than, you know, we all sit here kind of thinking, well, outsiders come in and do this. No. When I started working with WAVES, we served 272 children. The economic downturn began in 2008, and as sad as it is, when the economy is bad, people drink and drug more. It's just a fact. Our numbers have quadrupled. We now serve over 1,500 children in this county.
Wow.
Not elsewhere. All the children that we serve are in Brunswick County.
That is so sad. And now, how does this program affect the children?
Well, most people have the misperception that, okay, if you come into the system, whether it's Child Protective Services or foster care, that everything's taken care of. It is not. What we try and do is give them a well-rounded experience in life. Everything from, we financially support the camps. We financially support, right now we're in the middle of our book bag stuffing. And we started out stuffing about 25 book bags. This year we expect we will stuff 125 to 150. And that includes everything that goes in the book bag, not just the book bag himself. We also sponsor a holiday Santa Village where the children can buy gifts, you know, at no cost for their foster parents or siblings. We do the theater. We do the, let's say a child has a particular talent in violin. We pay for their violin lessons. We also do tutoring. In other words, we're financially the stopgap measure for DSS.
Okay. And what events or fundraisers are you putting on now or in the near future to help raise money for the kids?
Thank you for asking that. We do two major fundraisers a year that are major, and that is we have an evening of music and chocolate decadence.
Oh, yummy.
Yeah.
Count me in.
That's our biggest fundraiser. It has grown to the point now where we've actually had to move locations to accommodate the folks that want to come. And that's a fun event with a silent auction. And we also are very proud this year to have the first annual Philip Cook golf tournament, which is sponsored by Island Way Restaurant on Oak Island. Philip Cook started that restaurant. He was murdered a few years ago, and his sons, Chad and Steve, are going to honor. It's the first memorial golf tournament. Okay. We also do a family fun day at the airport, Cape Fear Regional Jetport. Then we have smaller events throughout the year, such as one thing folks can do to help us is have a yard sale. Give the benefit of that sale to Waves. We do those kinds of things. We sell Christmas decorations. We always are coming up with innovative ways.
So really communities can come together and create a fundraiser themselves to help donate money to...
Absolutely. We have one group of folks who got together and celebrated summer. Just the fact that they were all healthy, alive, and well. And they took up a little donation and sent us $300.
That's amazing.
Yeah, but most of our donations come in small increments from private individuals.
And do you accept volunteers to help?
Absolutely. Some of our community volunteers help at each of our fundraisers. Okay. They do everything from help with parking to, actually being there, helping us serve the food or helping us clean up. We have a large group of community volunteers.
And if someone wants to volunteer, if they want to donate, maybe they want to get a group of the community together and help raise money.
Sure.
How do they do that?
They can contact us on wavesforkids.org.
Okay.
That's WAVES, the number 4, kids, KIDS.org. There's a contact us button. They can also donate online. Even we've got that set up now where we can do that. Okay. We have a full-fledged website now, which has been one of my dreams. But Waves doesn't spend its money on those kinds of things. And we had a volunteer retire from the State Port Pilot who loves to do websites. And so he developed that and serves as our website master, Michael Hebel.
Awesome. Well, Thank you so much for being here and sharing your story with us. It's amazing what you all are doing, and I wish you the best of luck with everything. And just make sure everyone gets on that website and checks you all out. And,
Sure. You can always call me. My cell is 448-0753. The joke is that I'll come a-running, and I will. You know, these children have no voice. You know, the social workers do a tireless job. Our largest corporate sponsor is ATMC. We are so grateful to them, and our largest civic organization sponsor is the South Brunswick Islands Rotary Club.
Great.
But the backbone of our sponsorship is the small business community. So I wanted to just take a few seconds to recognize them, because we wouldn't exist without them.
Well, it always takes the community to come together to
Absolutely.
really make a difference. And you're doing an amazing job at really spearheading it here.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
Well, thank you again for being on the show.
Thank you.
Our final guest today is Carol Phelps with Brunswick Family Assistance Agency. Carol, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now, Carol, you are the Executive Director for Brunswick Family Assistance. And for those individuals that are watching today that might not know too much about the organization, can you give us a little overview?
Yes, thank you. The agency is a 501c3 private nonprofit agency, and our mission is to help families that are in financial crisis.
Okay. And what services do you provide?
One of the main services we have is the food pantry, and we distribute food to a family 4 times a year. And along with the food distribution, we also do USDA commodities 4 times a year. And mainly the people who receive those are also the recipients of food stamps, and they get a letter from the Department of Social Services that tells them when and where and what food we'll have. We also receive funding for help with utility bills, especially during extremely hot or extremely cold weather. And last winter was unusually cold, and this summer has been unusually hot.
Yes, it has. I've been waiting for fall, let me tell you.
I know, I think we all have, and we've had more requests for help than we were able to accommodate, and it really hurts when we have to say no, because that really frustrates the person who's calling looking for help. And we have some limited funding that is made available to us to assist with rent, that we have to do a little bit of triage there and make sure that we're using the dollars as wisely as we possibly can in every situation. We're looking for people who are in an emergency, who are in a crisis, because we don't really like having to say no, but we have to use those funds.
Right. And you also have some volunteer opportunities?
We do, and we have currently probably 80 to 90 active volunteers, and they really sustain the agency for us.
Okay. And one of the events that you've had recently has been the Christmas in July
Yes.
event. And how was that?
That was great. We had 147 children throughout the county, and I don't know if you were aware, but up in the northern part of the county, some of the schools this year are requiring school uniforms, which makes it really difficult for low-income families to comply. So I was really excited to see that we have a van load of book bags, school supplies, and each child also gets an outfit and a new pair of shoes.
Great.
So that van is going up to Leland today to distribute in that area.
And how do you get these items? Are they mainly donations from some of the community members, or is it part of the fees from your organization?
Well, the main thing that we try to do is, once we know how many children we have, we contact other organizations, churches, civic groups, and ask people to adopt the children. They'll spend about $75 per child. And this year, out of the 147 children that we had, 137 of those were adopted. So the agency only had to spend the funds and purchase for 10 children.
And now you have a wide variety of services that you offer to families. How do you get the funding together for the organization?
One of our major funders is Brunswick County, and we so appreciate the funds that we get there. Another is Brunswick Electric Membership Corporation, and they have the Warm Homes, Warm Hearts program, and people can donate to that, and then Brunswick Electric matches it dollar for dollar.
Wow, that's amazing.
And so they are a major funder for us to help people with those utility bills that we were talking about. The United Way of the Cape Fear area is also a major funder for us. And then we have our private donors that help us. And I can't say enough about volunteer time. That is just so critical to any nonprofit organization, is to have good volunteers, and we do, and we need more.
And I know volunteers really do an amazing job, and they really are the backbone of most organizations. And now I know you all also have some thrift stores and other fundraising events to help with your funding as well.
We have the Family Thrift, which is next door to our office. And we have a great manager in there. Her name is Alice, and she keeps the merchandise moving. And people donate used items. They donate new items. We have household furnishings, clothing, a little bit of everything in there.
That's great.
And it's really a good source.
And now we just mentioned events. What events do you have coming up?
I'm glad you asked. We have the Race at Sea Trail, which is a 5K, 10K, and a 1 mile fun run or walk, however the person chooses to do it. That's on September the 10th, and that's going to be down at Sea Trail, of course. And there's just such a wealth of information about that rather than try to go into all the details here, they can look at our website if anyone's interested. And that's brunswickfamily.org.
Okay, great. And you also have a volunteer open house coming up at the end of the month?
Yes, that's on Monday, September the 26th from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. We're going to have board members and staff members and other volunteers on site. We want to conduct tours of our facilities, the food pantry, the offices, and the thrift store, to show the areas that we could use help working through those areas. And we'll have handouts that also explain some of our other programs throughout the year, such as our fundraising events, the race, the golf tournament, and then the Christmas in July, and of course Christmas that is just starting that same day, actually. September 26th is when we start taking the Christmas applications.
And you also have a public awareness program in October. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Oh, I'm so excited about that. I'm getting really good reviews from people that I'm talking to. I'm working on setting up a homeless village and inviting people around the community to take part in it and survive for 24 hours as a homeless individual. And there will be some information on our website about that as well.
Okay. If someone watching today wants to get involved, help by donating or maybe become a volunteer, what's the best way for them to do that?
The first line of defense there would be just call us at 754-4766. And they are also welcome anytime to drop by during the week. We're open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., except on Wednesday mornings we're closed to get our paperwork done. But the number is 754-4766, and visit our website, brunswickfamily.org. And our office is located in the shopping center where Big Lots is, and we're at 4600-8 Main Street in Charlotte.
Okay, well, great. Well, thank you again so much for being on the show today, Carol, and thank you so much for what you're doing for our community.
Thank you. We appreciate the opportunity to be here.
Thanks for joining us this month on Brunswick Now. If you've got questions about what you've seen on today's show or suggestions for future shows, give us a call at 755-1770. Thanks for joining us this month on Brunswick Now. I'm your host, Megan Masser. Be sure to join us next month right here on ATMC TV.
Brunswick Now Set is provided by Badcock Home Furniture and More, located on Main Street, Charlotte. Stop by today to find your perfect match.